new episode of Art Games. Today we are going to be ranking the Renaissance era units. It's the same deal as with the previous tier list, only land units because the naval units have already been ranked. And we're going to start with the cannon. Now the cannon, I think it's a C tier unit. It's not it's really nice for range support because until because your only other option for range support in this era is the crossbowman, which will be severely outclassed by the other units in this list. So it's not the cannon is basically the first unit that is the first siege unit that isn't truly a siege unit but also a fire support unit that you need to take down enemies from far away. The Janissary. The Janissary is a very interesting unit. It's the special unit of the Ottomans, and it replaces the musketman, and it gets a combat bonus when attacking of plus 25%, which is nice, but it also heals 50 damage if it kills a non-barbarian unit, which is especially nice. So if you these units are really good if you just keep on pushing, keep on attacking, and they won't be able to do a whole lot about it, the enemy. So these are incredibly effective units if you utilize them correctly. I'm going to put them in A tier, might change later. The Hakkapeliita, however you're supposed to pronounce this, is the Swedish special unit. It has the special ability of working very well with great generals. It transfers its movement to Great General, so if this unit is stacked with a Great General, the Great General gets the movement of this unit, so it doesn't lag behind like normally. And it also gets the combat bonus of the Great General, and plus 15%. So the Great General's combat bonus will be even more effective. If you have great generals, this is a great unit, but it's not exceptional. It doesn't really have any special abilities aside from this. So I'm going to put it B tier, but keep in mind anything above D tier is better than the regular units that most people have available. Lancer. The Lancer is, I think, a D tier. It replaces the pikeman in this era, and it's a cavalry unit that specializes in countering cavalry units. It's not It's not very good, so it's not. I don't think it's exceptional. I just think it does its job. It can plunder, but it's not exceptional, and it also doesn't have the defensive bonuses that you can use that you can use when utilizing pikemen. So you can't really use it to make walls. So it's more effective for maneuver warfare. But luckily in this era there's a new unit that can create walls. But we're going to talk about that later. First, the Minuteman. The Minuteman is the American replacement for the Musketman, and it receives the Drill Run 1 promotion, so its fight better in rough terrain. That isn't that good, but it also ignores terrain cost, which is really nice, because terrain can really screw a strategy over, and just being able to ignore this is really nice. And it also gets golden age points from victories, and keep in mind these things are promotions, so they will stay with them even if you upgrade them. I think this is probably the only S tier of this era. The Musketeer. The Musketeer is basically just a special a stronger musketman. It's not that much better than the musketman, so I think I'll put it in C tier. It's not amazing, it's not terrible. Musketman, well, this is basically your regular frontline units because unlike the previous melee units, namely the longswordmen and the swordsmen, they don't require iron. So you can build as many of these guys as you want. And since the lancer doesn't really fill the niche of frontline units that is hard to dislodge, you basically need musketmen. So, but I think I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to put the lancer in F tier. I'm sorry, lancer, but I just think that's when compared with the musketmen, you're just not that great. There are only 2 left. The Sipahi, however you're supposed to pronounce this unit, is another Ottoman special unit. It replaces the lancer, and when compared with the lancer, it moves faster. It doesn't have a movement cost to pillage, and it has extra sights, which is obviously really nice. But so because of the extra movement and the no movement cost to pillage, it can be very effective against enemy cities. You can plunder those cities clean off the map and just leave them with 0 production. So I think that's an A tier. I think it's a good unit, and keep in mind those promotions carry over. The Winged Hussar. The Winged Hussar is a very nice unit. It replaces the Lancer for the Polish civilization, and when compared with the Lancer, it has the Formation 1 promotion. Oh no, the Lancer also has that. It has the Shock 1 promotion, so it's more effective on light terrain. But most importantly, it has the Heavy Charge promotion. It forces the defender to retreat if it inflicts more damage than it receives. And the defender who cannot retreat receives extra damage. It also has extra combat strength and extra speed. So I honestly think this is an S tier. The Winged Hussar is an incredibly effective unit. Well, that's my tier list. Let me know what you think of it, and goodbye.